What is the most powerful trait we have? You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.
Boxing King Media, we're out here with Rocky from Stocky. I always wanted to say that.
Yeah, that's been said for a while now since I've owned them up, but
Yeah.
it's good to hear it.
It's Rocky from Dubai now. How long you been here now?
Yeah, I think 4 years now. Yeah,
Okay.
4 years come out here. Yeah, kids are here, kids are settled like in school and everything's good. Yeah, based in here, box IQ in the gym, keep myself ticking over.
You know, a lot of people read about people moving to Dubai, etc. You've now been here for about 3-4 years. What's the biggest difference from being not living in England anymore to here? And what's made you not go back?
Yeah, well, not that. I mean, I don't know. I just home, and I can go back anytime there, and probably will. I don't know, but what I miss is obviously the boxing side of things. Yeah, these not many shows here in Dubai, and fighters or what. But today, I've been seeing now, yeah, these fighters from all over. Scott Quigg here, I'm here. Paul Weir's has been here. There's a couple of Olympian guys. They're all sparring, so like that's a good feeling now for me. Yeah, like this being around that. Obviously, you're missing all the gyms, like with Jamie and the lads there and stuff like that. But it is what it is. I was when I was fighting, I was training here for like 6-7 weeks. Then I was going back to Jamie for the remaining of camp and then fighting.
Right.
But sorry, yeah, well, I went off track, but um, yeah, I've missed, obviously got my family there, my mum and stuff, that's what we missed and that, but just obviously come out here a while back just to give it a feel, and I liked it, the kids like it.
Yeah, fair play. What, like boxing wise, are you missing fighting at all? Is there any urges? Because it's not been that long since you retired.
No, I am, but what it is, like, I'm still in the gym in the morning, I still keep my routine that I'm doing, I take the kids to school, and then I head here, do my session, there's a couple of, like, fights come in, we just help out on with the lads here, some fighters, and I'm part of the gym here, Box IQ here. I've got a involvement in the gym, so I just keep the routine that I had all my career was up, train, rest, go back up to Jamie, finish at 1 o'clock, come home, rest. But now when I had the kids, it was take them to school, train, finish Manchester at 1 o'clock, go home, pick them up, chill. I'm just doing that now. I just getting up in the morning, as I say, taking them to school, come to the gym, keep myself ticking over. I missed, obviously, I'm still sparring nearly every week. I'm still out running, in the 40 degrees. It's a bit challenging. Um, but yeah, I'm in around the gym, and I think just keeping me mind and stable, and that's, if you're not in the gym and you're not training, your mind can wander places and you can be in a rut. And I was in a bit of a rut when I finished up. I thought, right, that's it. I don't have to rush to the gym. I don't have to do nothing. I want to just do nothing. After a week, when I was in a rut and depressed and like, what am I doing here? So I just keep myself busy in the gym and try and build a gym here, and get this busy for the lads, and keep me mind ticking.
Fair play, man. That's as long as you're happy, that's the most important thing, I guess. Uh, Boxing wise, obviously, you spent a lot of your career, obviously, training on some really good fighters. Any good memories that you still think about these days?
Yeah, well, obviously, do you know what, to be honest, it's only the other day, with my boy, I was just chilling on the bed Saturday morning, and I watched me fighting Germany with Zuger for the world title. I watched the full fight from round one to the stoppage. Now, obviously, probably most fighters tell you, you just watch that round that you've won, and that's what I was doing, just watching that, and then I sat back and I was in blind in bed, just chilling out, and I just watched from round one, and I was like, I actually boxed the best there, boxed well there, like, the movement, the shot, everything you worked on. I was like, so them memories, like as people see some fighters say, like they don't realise until they sit back and it's all gone and you look through and go, well, remember that, that camp, remember. I've got lots of good memories, you know, from amateur right the way through to professional, like going to South Africa with Martin Murray and doing a camp out there in Monte Carlo, training out there in Monte Carlo. Then I went and sparred Andy Lee for nearly 2 months in Monte Carlo, you know, living on a yacht outside my apartment, training, sparring, getting loads of experience with Andy. Um, Obviously fighting myself in New York against Canelo and the Echo Arena. So there's just lots of memories, and as I said, you just sit back and watch a few of them videos back and go, what that feeling you had there, and you get that feeling still back in, and you're like, right, I'm in the gym. And what keeps me ticking over and what keeps me, I still spar, and like, because I've only been finished 2 years, you know what I mean? I'm still in the gym every day, I'm around fighters, I'm around giving it back. I'm in the gym, I spar, and then I'll drive home and go, oh, it's good spar there, mate. Might get these gloves back out to you and stuff, you know what I mean? Because I didn't really finish my career. It was inactivity that done me on me last bit of my career. So yeah, so I've got lots of good memories, yeah, around the gyms, around the amateur gym, my Stocky gym, my Salisbury amateur club. With some of the days, as you're saying, you know, Liam and everyone were all in there and I was training. It's the same with Big Pricey and the Solly, and yeah, I've got just loads of good memories, and you know.
I've got a question that you could probably answer, and I like asking fighters who are recently retired, because there's a big thing about, you know, people chasing titles or chasing money or having the right fights where you're kind of maximizing your earnings. Now that you've kind of hung the gloves up, do you think, if you could, like, obviously you're in the best position now, is money the right objective or belts? What matters more now that you're retired?
You know what? To be honest, you can ask probably Eddie Hearn, and like he'll tell you, he just put a name to me, and I'll just say yeah. I wouldn't even ask how much. I wouldn't even when the Canelo fight in, like it didn't really. Money was not on it. It was just my way of living. It's like me getting up to the gym, having a camp, coming home, dieting, discipline, consistent. Like that was just everything. I've been around the gym since I was 9, and it was just winning fights and getting the best I can get. You know what I mean? So yeah, like money wasn't really nothing to me. Like, you know, and just winning belts. Yeah, no, I've got a couple of pictures in my scrapbook that we have my mum's. When I'm 10, I've got a picture with the British title. There's a guy called Tony Willis from back in Liverpool. He come to the gym with the belt, and I've got a picture with the belt when I was 10, and then I end up going, I want this belt when I'm older. I end up fighting for the British against John Ryder and becoming British champion. I walked Alex Moon's Commonwealth. I was 14. I walked Alex Moon's Commonwealth belt out when I was 14 in the Olympia. And then I won my Commonwealth belt in the Olympia. And then Peter Cullishaw, who's from Highton where I'm from, he was WBU world champion. And I went to his fight. I got a picture with him with the belt. And then I went and won my one. And then, like, that was my thing of, like, as a picture of me when I was young, and then pictures are missing. And then I got them when I was in my career. And I was just wanting to just be better, just win, and that's what I started to do. I just, like saying, like, it's just, yeah, belts, winning, and the lifestyle that boxing give you is like the discipline, and you know, it could have been one way or the other. So yeah, it just, you know, it's done, and like, you know, I've got to fill them gaps in now and keep myself busy still, and move on with things. But yeah, it's just winning, and yeah, the belts. Yeah, never really complained about money. Never really interested in, just wants to win.
You know, your win over John Ryder, you must reflect on that. I think what a big win that is now, considering what you went on and did afterwards.
Yeah, he done great, John. Yeah, and man was a good fight with us. You know, it was a good fight. And then he went on to have a couple of good wins, stoppages for Canelo himself, and give him a good fight. So Yeah, I was happy that John had a good career towards the end himself. You know, he went through a bit where he had a few losses, but he moved up in weight and he done well, done great.
Do you still stay in touch with Jamie and people that you worked throughout your boxing career?
Yes, Jamie. Yeah, so Jamie's been out here a few times with Jack and a few of his fighters. So I just said to him, we've got to obviously get to the gym here. We've got sauna, we've got ice baths, use of the gym. So yeah, contact. And when I went back for Christmas time, I went and seen him and stuff. And now, yeah, I'm always obviously in a group chat with them, the gym. Yeah, just keep in touch, and he's doing great. He's got good fighters now, and I'm happy for him that he's continued on from where he had with me, Frampton, Martin Murray, and he's progressing on with a good stable of fighters now himself, and he's a good guy, so he deserves it.
It's always good to remind fans as well. Your losses have come out really good. You left boxing with a really good record. You lost to Dan Aziz, Canelo, and Callum Smith, three really good names. Do you know what I mean? So that you must feel kind of take pride in that. That you gave it your all, and you've walked away with, with money and faculties intact, as they say, and a good record.
Yeah, that was all. Yeah, as you say, yeah, I think the Dan Aziz one, it was, I was inactive. I come out of COVID. We come out of COVID 2 years, and it's mad. And I look back and I always say it. The worst thing that probably happened to me was knocking two guys out in my two fights, coming back in the first round and the second round, and then fighting Dan Aziz after another 8 month wait. And the reason why I fought Dan Aziz was I was going up to light heavyweight, and I thought, right, he's a bit of a name coming through at light heavy. If I box him, beat him, I become a two-weight British champion, and then my name's in the mix at the light heavyweights because they were all waiting for world titles. That was the reason I went for it. But then, as I say, come out of COVID, put a bit of beef on, got the weight down. I boxed here in Dubai, knocked the guy out in the first round. I had 6 months to wait again. Went to the Echo Arena, knocked the guy out in the second round, and then 8 months down the line, fought Dan Aziz, who come off a 3-fight, streak. Inactivity just killed me. As I say, when I got to obviously get a bit older, your reflexes and your recovery time doesn't heal as what you're used to. I was having good sessions, spars, doing well. Jamie would tell you I was flying, everything, and then the days of recovering were just taking longer, and I was like, what's going on here? And then obviously boxed down as again. Couldn't do no strength work. No excuses on the fighting. I just couldn't do strength work. Injuries from past picking up, and I had that short time to fight. So yeah, and then obviously Callum was obviously late 2015, so that was a while back. It was a good fight, while lasted it, and he's come on to do well, and obviously the one with Canelo. So yeah, from my level, I think I was British, and I went on to do all right out of it, out of the fight side. So I just stuck at it and just dust myself off, kept going and kept improving, and my time coming, and I got the shots, and obviously the Canelo one didn't go my way because he's a good fighter, but I had to go, and that's just the level I was at and got to. So yeah, like I could have lost to Callum. That some fighters who get that loss on the British side of things, I had to go come back with it, or they don't, and I came back and got a good few wins behind me and got myself back on my career. So
You sparred a lot with the Smith brothers as well, didn't you?
when we like the amateur day, like we sparred, yeah. I was boxing at Thunder at the same time. I was with Liam and through the ABA championships. Callum was young at the time, and Paul and Stephen went on to do the pro game. So I was around, yeah, to the Thunder a lot. Obviously done me 5-6 years to the Thunder, and at the Salisbury and then the Stockbridge gym where I first started. But being around the gyms and being around, the GB squad, the England squad, and I was just, I was getting the winning championships, I was getting the final, and then the pro game, yeah, went on to, progressed on the pro game, won the prize fight, won the English title, British Commonwealth, WBA. So I just missed the European out and I would have completed the tradition, English, British, world, a European world. So I was half hanging around for that world, the European shot. I was half like on the comeback thing, and then I think someone had it, like a foreign French guy had it, and then someone was in mandatory for that position, and then it was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to wait again, and so that didn't go my way, but everything else, I was happy with.
I'm going to ask you for your opinion on your former opponent Canelo. He's fighting Terence Crawford next. What do you think? You obviously got to share some rounds with him.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Like, I thought Canelo, he could come off 2 fights with Golovkin, strong as hell. I don't know, what they're all on, or what the drinks they're on, or the food they're eating, the training. And then I look now, like his last 5, 6 fights, I think he's just gone the distance. Like, I don't know if like his age is catching up, the camps are catching up on him, and like he's gone the distance. And I got him peak, I think it's obviously 2018, peak, strong, moving up at weight, doesn't have to kill himself. But then his fights after that, he's gone the distance, and it looks like he's, a couple of fights after that, he's gone the distance, and looks like the pace has dropped, the power's gone. And obviously Crawford stepping up a big weight, isn't he? But I think he has the speed as well. But Canelo, when he turns it on, he'll turn it on, kind of thing. So I think it's a good fight, and I look forward to watching it. Can't, someone's coming up, someone who's there. It's like probably give him a few good rounds, Terence, and then he might come on strong with the weight. Canelo, but yeah. It's a good fight, yeah. It's good. Something different.
Neck out, would you think edges it?
I probably nip Canelo with it being his weight, and I mean he's comfortable at that weight, and he's come off a couple of good fights now. A couple of he's got the rounds bank. I think Crawford's last one was probably 12 months ago. I don't know where's the Crawford's last fight. At the time he fights Canelo, it's going to be a big gap of inactivity. So see how that. But at that level, you can turn on Crawford special fighters. So, but I'd pick Canelo. Like.
Last question I've got for you. Any British fighters that you enjoy watching now from the new upcomers or anyone in particular?
What there's lots, and as I say, I always miss it because the time difference here. So when it's back at home, the fights starting with Matchroom or Frank Warren show, I'm in bed to sleep. So I'm a bit behind on the fight, but I think there's lot. Say Dalton Smith the other day, he's ready. He's a good kid coming through, isn't he? And ready for that challenge. Well, there's loads, yeah, loads.
Dalton Smith, Adam Azim.
Yeah.
This weekend you've got Callum Simpson at super middleweight fighting for the European title.
Yeah, Callum, he was in here the month training here, doing some sparring, I think. But I remember he was just coming up. I think he was just coming up behind us. Then when I was finishing off, he was getting his name got mentioned about to fight with me. Or like on Twitter, just like it'd be a good fight, you and Rocky. Like obviously it'd be a good name for him and that. But yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, he's a nice good kid. Keeping his head down. He's doing well where he is. I've seen him. He's filling out the stadiums now, isn't he? In his own town, Barnsley. Yeah, he's a good kid. Yeah, so hopefully these can all just push on and
Last question I've got for you, Rocky. As an ex-British champion, somebody, you cleaned up domestically and you've got a lot of fight experience fighting at the elite level and domestic level. What's one good bit of advice you'd give to like fighters in the UK right now, whether it's personal life, business life? In fact, mix it all up because you've got the experience. Give them some advice.
That means what? It's you just got to be 100. I've done a video on myself today. You just got to be 100% focused on what you're doing. Like nothing else matters in the boxing game. You got to be 100% disciplined and consistent, and just nothing else around matters. Like as I said, my son Ralphie, he was due the 15th of October, my firstborn. I was in the Echo Arena fighting. and she was in slow labour, my missus, and I'm like, I'm in the Echo Arena fighting while you're in slow labour, my firstborn, like, that's how, to get to my next step to my career and to get to that world title or what I was dreaming of or whatever, British, that didn't matter. Like, not didn't matter, but like, I was fighting, I was training camp, I was checking my phone, going, no missed calls. I trained in Manchester, it was 40 minutes away, and she's in Liverpool, and you know, I'm training, and then obviously he came the week later, and then you know, we came, I could enjoy the birth. So yeah, nothing else matters, just listen to your coach.
Situations? That must cause strain on relationships.
Do you know what? But like, Mrs. is obviously a big supporter. When we first met, I was like, look, this is what I do, and this is what comes before anything. It's me to get into where I want to get to. They 100%. And to be honest, I'll tell you, from my 3 kids that I've got now, so Ralphie, he was due the 15th of October, and I was fighting. You were due, and I was fighting in the Echo Arena. Then I get the call to fight Zuiger in Germany, and Jess was 36 weeks pregnant with Romy, my second. So when I'm fighting in Germany, she was just allowed to fly to come, and a week later, she wasn't allowed to fly. So you can see after the fight, she's like that ready. She came in September, and then I got a phone call that Canelo wanted to fight me 2 weeks later. So I was back in camp, fighting Canelo in December, and then boxing Dan Aziz, she was me December, and then my 3rd was October due, so I had to train, and while she was heavily pregnant and due and whatever else. So that's what boxing like done for me. I mean, I had to sacrifice what I wanted to get to, and I had my 3 kids due on the days I was fighting or around or whatever, and that was the sacrifices and stuff. And obviously, you know, Dickie came, and it's the best thing ever in my life now, but that was...
Choosing the right life partner, I think, is the advice you've given there, because you're still here, you're still together strong.
Yeah, still there, still strong, still everything. So kids are grown, he's 8 now, she's 6, the other one's 2. And yeah, so to get to them positions, was like, look, you just do that, I'll look after this side, and you know, if the waters break and I'm in Aussie, then you have to finish the gym and come straight to Aussie, and that's how we were living, and that's how it was. And obviously they all came before or after or whatever. So going back to the question is like the discipline and the consistency, the good team support, your family, your partner, or you know, that's what you need, and a good people around, good coach, you know, when to make the right fights, when not to, and you know what's good and what's not. So yeah, the discipline, consistency, and stay focused.
Have you learnt any Arabic whilst being here?
Myself. Now you come here, you can come on, just count to 10 in Arabic.
Your son knows more than you.
Go on. He's yeah, he learned Arabic. Give him 1 to 10 in Arabic.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
What does that mean? I've got no idea what that means, because I don't understand
1 to
Arabic.
10, that is.
1 to 10.
And what you say, what's the other one?
Assalamu alaikum.
And what's the other one? What do you say after it? How are you doing?
Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam.
Scouse Arabic. If you ever wanted to hear Scouse Arabic, that is it.
No, yeah. So that he learned Arabic in school. So he's got you know, his friends are all different. But yeah. So with me, yeah, but we're in the gym. Just another one as well before we go. A few YouTubers calling me out, and I'm in the gym. I'm ready. I've been on to Mams Taylor from Misfits. I'm waiting for the reply off him. I had Idris Figro calling me out, and then Ty Mitchell today calling me out at 175. I can't make 175, but I can make any else. And Liverpool lad, Darren Till, called me out a few times, twice on 3 times on Twitter. So I'm in the gym, I'm staying ready. Waiting for Mams, been on to Mams Taylor. He's got my number, he's got the contact, so let's see if they get in contact and see what.
We'll see if you get that, if that comes out. But either way, you're happy, and it was good to get a nice little catch up from you, Rocky. And I know you're a fan of the Bruce Lee on his podcast at all with Dom Ingle. You watch it?
Yeah. I say before, because I'm out here. Your podcast. I said I was even watching Joe Gallagher's one the other day, and Dom Ingle's one. So I watch you, and now I've met you. Do you know what I mean? I always hear your voice behind it, as you said before. You're behind the camera, but boxing as yourself. A few of the ones, obviously, a few of the ones, but listen to you, Dom Ingle's always on, isn't he? And Joe's Alpha Barrett the other day. They're the recent ones, aren't they? Yeah. And a few of the ones in the past,
Rocky, pleasure speaking to you for the first time, and all the best with whatever you decide to do. Top man, cheers.
What is the most powerful trait we have? You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.